What is going on, everyone? Jerry here, and I'll be doing this commentary over this Black Ops 2 gameplay sent in from my friend PetersTheatre. Since this is my first commentary, please leave any type of helpful criticism in the comment section down below. This video will basically be a video response to PetersTheatre's recent video called Leprechaun Suspension. A big thanks goes to him for giving me this idea, and his channel will be in the description box down below. Now that I'm done whoring about Peter's channel, let's go on with the video. For the sake of my classmates and I, we'll be calling our teacher, let's say, Miss X. Miss X was never very good at teaching us anything. In fact, we probably never learned anything in the entire school year. Sadly, we had her for 5 out of 8 subjects in the entire school year. So we were kind of unlucky. You might think, what makes her such a bad teacher? But let's just say that all she talked about was GSA and First Nations. GSA and First Nations. She did not teach us anything. Especially in English. In English, instead of doing grammar and the normal book stuff, she made us paint GSA art and First Nation stuff. In fact, we had to write an essay on First Nation. You do not know how hard it is until you actually did it. Now that you know a little bit about her, let's get on with the story. So it was about the second last week of school, and everyone was kind of excited that we can finally get out of this shitty ass school year, and we were all excited for the summer. But of course, Miss X decided to drop the biggest troll ever. It was during English class when she told us that we were going to draw GSA chalk art on the sidewalk for Pride Week. Now, before any of you haters start calling me a homophobic, let's just say that we had enough of the GSA and everyone agreed that this was absolutely bull crap. So once she announced that we were going to be doing this for the last week, everyone was upset and disappointed. And some were, in fact, very angry off PetersTheatre. But since we were all, very good kids, we decided to go along with it. So we took a couple of classes to plan out what we were going to draw and what we were going to do on that day. And when the day finally came, something very retarded happened. So we went outside and the sun was shining and everything looked good. So we started drawing. My group and I drew the GSA flag, and after we finished, about 10 minutes after, we decided to disperse and talk with our friends. So I went further away from school where my friends were hanging out, and we started talking. While we were talking, Peter drew a leprechaun that was featured in this video that I may or may not have colored later on. The leprechaun that Peter drew was not very offensive, and all I did was color the hat. It wasn't like we were vandalizing the school or anything, or like making fun of other people. It was just another plain leprechaun that Peter likes to draw. After Peter finished drawing, we decided to look around and see what other people were drawing. Some people were actually doing what they're supposed to, but most of them they were just fooling around and drawing smiling faces on the ground. Who can blame them? It was the last week of school anyways, and everyone wanted to relax. At this time, the teacher decided to come and look at the drawings that were on the ground. She started at the front of the school, where everyone there were drawing actual images, and she was complimenting them, saying that they were doing a very good job. But as she went further away from the school, she noticed the smiley faces and all the random doodles that were drawn on the sidewalk. Once she noticed these drawings, she started raging so hard. She told everyone to get back and made it a crime scene. She told the people who were near the drawings to get back, until she started interviewing each and every one of us. She started with the troublemakers, then the people who were near the crime scene. So by the time she started interviewing me, she had gone through 6 to 8 students, and we were scared that they were going to snitch on us. So when she called on me, I was a little nervous, not gonna lie. So the interview began, and she said, Jerry, do you know anything about these drawings? So I just shook my head and said, no, I actually don't. So then she became even more specific and said, Jerry, do you know anything about this leprechaun? So at this point, I was very curious. I'm like, no, I don't really know anything about it. Why? Of course, she ignored the question and asked an even more specific question and said, Jerry, do you saw anyone who would color this hat? Once she said that, she was staring at me very intently, and I was thinking, what the hell? How the hell did she figure this out? So at this point, I was so curious, and I was like, no, I don't know anything about it. I didn't color it. Then she's like, fine, call Hammy now. For your information, Hammy is Liam's nickname that was given to him by our teacher. Long story short, Liam is our teacher's bitch. Even though Miss X loved Liam, he still got a crappy mark on his report card, and I'm still laughing to this day. Anyways, once I called Liam, I started talking with Peter and OSM Nation. They asked me what did she say and how did I reply. And so I told them the story that I'm telling you right now. So at this point, me, Peter, and OSM Nation were all very mad, and we were wondering, what the hell are we doing? It's the freaking last week. What are you supposed to be doing now? When Liam came back, we asked him what did she say, and he just replied that she was asking him if he knew anything about the drawings, and he just said no. So by the time she finished with all the interviews, we were all very curious and waiting for what she would do next. This part of the story I'm not very clear about, and I think all she did was just call Peter and Sharia over and yell at them and threaten them about being suspended. I'm not sure if she called other people over, but all I know is that by the time she finished, she ordered Peter and Sharia to go get some water and a few cloths to clean up the mess that apparently they left, even though half the drawings were made by them. While they were getting the supplies, which took them about like 20 minutes to get, which caused the teacher to be even more mad, and once they came back, she yelled at them even more for being so late. But while they were getting the supplies, me and Liam tried to help clean up the drawings. Not because I was a bitch though, but because I didn't want to get screwed over for coloring the hat of the leprechaun, which somehow she knew. But anyways, after we finished cleaning up, we left and enjoyed the rest of the day playing with random games. Yes, I know this was a boring ending to our story, but what do you expect us to do? It wasn't like we were gonna punch her in the face or anything, but even till this day, I still wonder how she knew about the leprechaun's hat. Anyways, if you liked the video, please click the like button down below, and comment for more commentaries done by me. Also, a very huge thanks to PetersTheatre for giving me this idea and giving me the gameplay to show you guys, and without him I wouldn't be here today. So check out his channel in the description box down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.